Cobb 2015 subbed as Prime and says 23 months. It doesn't feel like nearly 2 years. Thank you for all your content, Shelby. End of line.
Hi, was that 3 minutes already? Yeah, I wasn't. I was engrossed in that stuff. Cobb, thank you for the 23 months. That's that many months there. Thank you so much of Prime sub there. And I now need to go get water because I allowed coffee back on the thing for today. I'm feeling coffee today, so let's coffee it up here. I'll be right back after getting some water. Wasn't sure if anyone would actually notice that. I should have figured someone would get it before the stream even started. It really didn't feel like 3 minutes. Did it just like start straight into the video and I just didn't notice? Did we skip the intro by accident? I swear it skipped the intro. Yeah. Okay. The intro played through, you're just busy with the whiteboard?
Who says CHER 100? I didn't think chat would be annoyingly attentive to my rewards. End of line.
This is not the right kind of thing to pour. Regrets. Okay. You know what? If I remember right, I just fill this to 4. So I'm just gonna go fill this, then that just has water in it, and I'll just take care of that. It's apparently been a while since I made coffee here. I just haven't been feeling it. While I'm doing this task, oh good, there are no grounds in there. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna mention the streams for this weekend are gonna be light work. I messed up this elbow this week, and I don't want to lift anything with it. I'm okay, but it would be advisable to take it easy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see, successful demonstration of Monday morning. Yeah. Just pondered for too long. Yeah. So what I was realizing was on the
2015 SIZCHEER 100.coffee, coffee, and also coffee that is all dot. End of line.
Chloe, I don't know if I got the 100 bits earlier, but thank you. And Cobb, thank you for the 100 bits. Can't be to start a stream tomorrow. Oh, dinner with the parents? All right, no problem. Enjoy your dinner. It's not slept wrong. Sleeping has been difficult because of it.
For
no.
who says CHEER 100 instead of coffee, we need 0xC0FFEE. End of line.
No, the real thing that happened, if you want to know, one moment, let me just get the coffee going here. Come on. Don't give me that clean nonsense. It's saying, like, I press the brew button and it says clean. I don't think so. Just brew. Just go. Clean. I don't know. Ah, stupid. Ah! Okay, now it's heating. Anyway. Anyone here have cats? You know what? You know what one of the things cats do?
CHEER 100 don't disturb the man while he's making his coffee. End of line.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Chloe. Cats just barf at random in places, and I didn't see it, and I slipped on it and fell, and when I landed, I tried to stop myself, I guess. I'm not even sure how this happened. I can't play it back in my mind, and I hyper-extended my elbow. So when I fell, I bent my elbow backwards. And yeah, it hurt a lot. So, yeah, I'm taking it easy right now. So I didn't get to do the filming this week that I really wanted to. So instead, I put way too much time into that, but we'll get to that in a moment. Dog pee, twist your ankle. Yeah, pets are the best, aren't they? I should use this arm. All right, don't need to worry about that water. So, also, Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits again there. So, yeah, got 2 pit bulls that'll handle a cat. Excuse me. Let's start off the stream here. Can imagine the physician's expression response to sprayed elbows, cat vomit. Yeah. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, this. So I have a shout out to, the only way I know how to thank them is Charles, who sent one of the things from the Amazon wish list, the USB-C hub thing, which I can use with my phone to do really excellent video using the Blackmagic camera app now. So I can fire this up. Get the stupid phone to give me touchscreen. Do that. Attach it to here. And boom. Phone. So, the main difference in what this one is this is a detachable USB-C cable and also charger, and this one is actually better than the other one I was using. It manages to put out more power, so this one's 100 watt capable instead of the other one, I think, being 60, maybe it might have been 45. Anyway, it doesn't matter because the phone still will discharge while doing video out, but it's a lot slower, so that's pretty good. What case is that with the tripod screw thread? Also have an S24 Ultra. This is the small rig. Okay, so just look up a small rig cage for the S24 Ultra. That's what you want. So, is it stable enough for the thermal camera? So this can't be used with the thermal camera because it doesn't have any C ports out. Oddly, it has Ethernet, which I really like. But no, it doesn't have any native C ports, so I would have to get real weird with an A to C and then C to C. Yeah, this is in fact a Dell power supply. It's one of many things that I acquired from Goodwill. So, yeah. I had a real good week at Goodwill while I was injured. So here, let me show you something. No, because the LED in the plug. I had a feeling that was the tip off. So this, this thing is a 10 gigabit SFP plus 48 port switch that I got at Goodwill. Here's the kicker, though. I got this at Goodwill in 2018. Yeah, so if you go back onto the channel and look at when videos were still hex numbered, I actually...
says, end of line.
The consolist, thank you for the Prime and 4, 12 months there. I appreciate that. Yeah, so actually, if you go back to the channel and look at the old videos back when they were hex numbered, I did a video about getting a rack and a switch, and this was the switch. This switch died very shortly after that. I did not keep it going for a long time. Additionally, it's insanely loud, like ridiculously dumb, stupid loud. I never was really able to use it. So just ignore that this thing even exists. Because what I found at Goodwill this last week was a bunch of Aruba SFP plus 48 port PoE 10 gig switches. So this thing is antiquated, but yeah, I found a bunch of 10 gigabit SFP plus switches, which is important because we're looking at doing networking nonsense with the gigabyte server. It's sitting right there because I haven't had any of that. So I got 9 HP Aruba 2920 switches. Nine of them. Only 3 of them have 10 gig capability. 2 of them have SFP plus and 10 gig T-base 10, so copper. And then 1 of them has 4 ports of just 10 gigabit Ethernet copper. The rest of them are just 1 gig. And then I got 2 5920 HPE switches that are 24 port SFP plus 10 gigabit. So Goodwill having a buy 2 get 1 free switch sale. Some of them were as cheap as $7. So yeah, it was a no-brainer to get them. I got a bunch of them, so many, and the non-10 gig ones just have spare parts. So HP switches, aka 3Com Comware before they became Aruba. So let me state this. I'm not a sysadmin. I know nothing. I have no preferences other than don't buy Cisco, because I know they are a licensing nightmare. So yeah, that's about all I got. But yeah, so I have no allegiance. But I did mess with the stuff, and I like the Arubas and the HPs. So so yeah, I was able to test after learning how to reset them, doing a transfer over, well, from one 2920 through SFP plus over fiber to the 5920 over SFP plus to another 2920 to internet. So going through the 10 gigabit connections, I was able to make it all work. That wasn't a 10 gig test yet because I only have 2 computers set up with 10 gig cards at home, and I'm leaving all this stuff at home at least for now. I may drag some of it into the office to test. But for now, it's all at home. Anyway, let me get coffee and this stuff here. Still worried Shelby is doing networking. The good news is I have not done a single static IP yet. That's not necessarily from not trying, because I tried to do a static IP for the management port and it didn't work and it DHCP'd anyway, so... Oh gosh, I breathed in milk. Yeah, they're all at the house. Yes, no, none of them are here because they're not going to be used here. Well, I mean, they might get used here now that I know I have so many of them. But yeah. The goal is to do... I mean, there are a lot of stupid goals. Whoa, that was exactly the right amount. Okay. Good news is, if this is too cold, is that it's in the 60s in this office, so it'll still cool down very quickly. Okay. Training was the Cisco equipment. I still recommend not Cisco. Comware was nice, fell over. Stacking. So yeah, I have 9 of them, but none of them came with the stacking modules, and I don't really know how that works, so I'm probably not even going to bother with those. So, Twitch was about to witness a heist. All right, coffee. Which I should have picked up with the other arm. What model is this? So ignore this one. That one is a Quanta LB4M. It's dead. So just ignore that one. But the other ones are... They're different configs. They're Aruba 48 port 2920s. And then some of them have the SFP Plus dual port module and a 10 gig Ethernet module. So they have 2 of the modules added. And then all the rest of them basically don't have that. They all are PoE, all 9 of them. Some of them have the 1050 watt PoE power supplies. HP Conware didn't have stacking modules. They had ports. So these have, it's not Conware. They're not running Conware. I think what they actually are, because some of them are not Aruba, some of them are HP branded. I think they are Pro Curves that were then rebadged to Aruba after HP bought Aruba. The 5920 runs Conware though. So that one, or Comware, whatever it is. Comware. So the 5920 runs that, and it looks super fancy pants when I finally got into the web management. Ugh. Okay. Also, hello. See, some coffee has been made for the first time in how long? I don't know. I probably shouldn't look at the expiration dates on this stuff. David is going to distract you with the deck talk. Chat was going to see how bald Krebs twitches and leaves. Yeah. Brocade, something or another, or super cheap. I mean, they're not going to be as cheap as like $7. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what you can find on eBay. I got these things for like my sum total investment. Okay. For 9 2920s, some of which are 10 gig compatible, and 2 5920s, which is 48 ports of SFP plus switching power, was less than $100 for all of them. We're an HP shop here. We use a lot of ProCurve. Yeah, I use a lot of GPIB. I don't do networking. Networking is not my shtick. Anyway, I think we determined the phone works really well with this. So I'm pretty happy here. Battery life is at 56%, and I've been doing recording tests off and on. Give you $8, yeah. So, all right. Get Saxum at auction for that price? Well, that's good then, that you can at least get them that way. I'm never going to go out of my way to look for network stuff because I hate networking. So, are beeps already disabled? No, they are not. I got to wait for someone to actually play music through it. You know, we got to have some fun. I mean, someone did. Someone did do it, but I don't think anyone's used the MIDI conversion software that exists yet. You know, I don't want to. We got to at least let someone do that once. I mean, coffee, good. Okay. Cisco stuff is weird. Yeah, I'm concerned about Cisco stuff and licensing and whatnot. Okay. So just because I taunted Ben with this, okay, I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek type information here, all right? Unrelated to everything that I just talked about with the networking stuff, okay? I also acquired a Cisco 10100 PoE switch. The reason I did is because it was used in an office that had a bunch of Cisco IP phones, and I took the switch and 2 phones. I could have had an unlimited number of phones, but I don't want a bunch of these things laying around. I grabbed 2 of the Cisco IP phones, and these are the classic one where it's got the big display on it for your contacts or whatever. You know what, I can't synthesize like a fake tone ringing sound, but it's like, if you think about like a boring business phone that you would see at an office, it is that phone. Okay. So I wanted that and I didn't know if to get those phones working with the, like anything, I would need a Cisco switch that had the licenses for the phones, because I feel like that's the kind of thing they would screw you over. Which phones have a nice one here bought because you can replace a desk stand with a thin client. Desk stand? That's weird. No, they aren't. They're just like the monitor. Here, let's just switch over to the computer where we're going to look at this stuff, and I'll just bring up a photo of one. Okay. Y'all, the voice stuff for Cisco's licensed? Yeah. Phones, is he making a PBX? No. I just like to have equipment that matches particular eras, and to me, that is the phone for the Windows XP era. So anyway, let's just look up a Cisco phone. Cisco IP phone. It's this. So I grabbed 2 of these. I could have had an unlimited number, but I don't want an unlimited number of those. So, but yeah, I grabbed 2 of those because I don't think there is a more quintessential Windows XP era business phone. It's not about what is good or not. It's about, I wanted that phone. Frankly, I may never, yeah, it's a prop. They're props. I grabbed 2 of these just so they could call each other and actually work, and the switch. What's your real opinion on folding phones? I don't want a wear point on my device, and folding phones are now folding screen phones, which seems stupid. Yeah, it's the aesthetics. Yes. That is it. So yeah, I grabbed 2 of those. I'm a little excited about that because, like, just, yes, that's the phone. Yes, mine have the black logo, I believe, as well, which that is the kind of thing I'm particular about with this. Anyway, I grabbed 2 cosmetically nice ones because they're all just in a bin outside. Only high-end companies had those Cisco phones? Yes, but they're the ones that you would see on television. That's what's important. So if it's a prop phone to replicate props, I need it to be the one that was used as props. I agree, this is the quintessential run-of-the-mill phone for early 2000s. Yes. Like to randomly lose their mind, you have to reprovision them. Hate Cisco phone stuff. Me, probably too, once I plug in the switch and connect the phones for the first time. I have a bunch of those things in storage for I replace them with links. You want obscure XP phone stuff? Try finding this card. I still can't click links. I wonder. No, that's not it. Okay, I might have got it that time. There we go. Intel. Oh, it's just straight up phone. Huh. That's hilarious because it would just look like a modem. See, if you're buying a Cisco IP phone, look for one that was sold as spare. They have the least amount of licensing to deal with. So again, I grabbed them for free out of a bucket. No problem, Ben. Don't worry about it. I was just yanking your chain. Speaking of, let's look at the thing we're actually working on today. Okay. Yeah, so the Cisco phone stuff, free. Hope they weren't, I haven't even powered them. I have no clue. Again, I took the switch that they were used with, so I think I'm going to be okay. So as far as I'm aware, I have the complete system unless they needed the server that was connected to the switch to operate them or something. I have no idea. Free out of a bucket is the best price. Yeah. Windows XP phone would have to be that early 2000s look Intel was using everywhere. Translucent blue. I think we've looked for this before. And we might have found it. Intel game controller. I have the complete physical set for this. I have the tower, which looks weird. Yeah, this is it. I don't have the mouse. I wish I had the mouse. I need the drivers too, but I'm guessing it looks like that. Yeah, so I'm imagining your Intel phone looks like that. Anyway, again, back to the actual task at hand here. Okay. Free Skype business USB phone. There are 20 in a dumpster every day now. Oh my gosh. No, I need to get away from Skype. I have a plan. I also have a better plan. Okay, I'll talk about this, okay? I called Google Fiber today. Sipped coffee for dramatic effect. Clears throat to stall. So I called Google Fiber because I cannot get service here through them. And I wanted to ask them, yo, what's up? Because here's the thing, okay? There's a building close enough to where I am. When I walk out of the door, I could throw this and hit the building that can get Google Fiber, okay? So I called them and was like, why can't I get Google Fiber? And first off, I got a confirmation of something else that was really nice to know about, because my address here is like shadow banned. And it doesn't show up in any services.
Fiber. End of line.
That's the thing. It's already been trenched. And Nakalak, thank you for the Prime sub and for 31 months. Holy moly. The fiber's already been trenched. Okay. I called them and was like, yo, why don't we have this? And they went and they looked deeper into it, and they just haven't got permission to get into the building. And that's pretty much it. It is a low priority. I don't know quite how it works. If they would have tried to reach out to the building owner to say, hey, would you want this set up? I don't know how that works. But they gave me a form that I need to give the landlord, property owner, and then that will put them in the priority queue to get Google Fiber in this building, and then I can get the service after I fix myself being shadow banned from USPS. I have to figure that out. So Crash System, they are built out to this location. Like literally, I have a photo somewhere of them having trenched in front of my office, okay? They had the sign up, Google Fiber, literally right past the front door where I walk in, okay? So I know that I had it there. Yeah, sounds kind of promising. Yeah, I really think that it's going to be possible. Like anecdotally, after we talked through everything, the guy was like, yeah, once we get that taken care of, it'll be super easy to get you service there. So how to get shadow banned? It's really complicated, but long story short, for a long time, the unit number that I'm in at the office did not exist and was skipped. And that's the best way I can describe it. My suite number here is not officially recognized, which might be an issue. I don't know. I may have to get the landlord some file paperwork to get it recognized or something. I don't know. Does that mean you're likely to stay there, or is that still tentative? That's a whole other thing that I'm just pretending is going to work out right now. That's literally the best information I can give you. I don't have any more than this. Okay. I think that's it there.
Ultimate says in now half an hour and we proudly present today's stream topic CHER
Yes.
100. End of
All right.
line.
The stream topic is, was Ben right? Maybe also there have been units in the building of the same shadow band. I can tell you exactly which ones do, because it's anytime you try to sign up for a service and they'll like bring up a list of suggested addresses. I know which ones don't show up in the suggested list. So when I try to like sign up for services or something, I always put in not my address and then I can see, but if I put in my actual address, I go, this address doesn't exist. It's really annoying. Anyway, let's go over this, okay? So, what state is this board in? It's done. It is 100% complete, okay? I've done all the things. I've gotten 3D models for all the stuff. And this part is even bonus. I made an open SCAD model that just is like, duh, this is incredible. Why haven't I made one of these before? What this is a mount adapter that is wigging out here that allows you to mount a PCB to a 3.5-inch hard drive bay. So you can 3D print this, screw the PCB into the bottom of this, and then it has the side screws to mount it into a 3.5-inch hard drive bay. I made a footprint for loading. I made a footprint for that's the symbol library. Loading. Loading. You know what? This looks like a coffee sip time. Oh my gosh, this is a coffee chug time. Jeez. Oh, if I just saw your message, make him curvy like God intended. I think that's possible to do in KiCad. It got real complicated with the routing on this one, which I'll get into, so no. Don't program the deck talk with Jeopardy music. That would be pretty good. Validator API is pretty neat. That is cool. I guarantee if I put mine in, it would fail. It's very strange. Oh my gosh, KiCad. I don't care if you can't find it. Anyway, here we go. I designed a footprint that is the mount points for a 3.5-inch hard drive bay. That's all I wanted to show you was that. The red areas are keep out zones, which are a new feature in KiCad 6, by the way, for a footprint. So if I tried to find the window with the layout, if I tried to move this part, like let's just say I didn't put it on top of another part, so it'd still be kind of happy. So like, let's say right here, and then I DRC'd, it would error because the footprint collides with the thingamajig. There's a lot of them, but this is the one. There's all kinds of errors here because of that. So that was really cool, just for the record, if I DRC after that. Just, you know, mic drop, boom, no errors. But yeah, so there's been a lot of thought into this. I need to get 6 30-seconds heat insets for the mount 3D printable thing, because I think that'll be really awesome. But other than that, it's pretty much designed. To the point where on the schematic, boom, which is loaded up over there, if I go into the spreadsheet thing, I even have all the manufacturer parts picked for ordering from DigiKey. I could export this, import it, boom, done. Okay. So, why are we looking at this? This is done. Well, new feature of KiCad 6 when it's nearly 3 years old now. What are you talking about? When I was KiCad footprint keep out zone. I swear when I looked it up, it was a new feature in 6. I don't think 6 was like officially published. May 2020.
Pt544JH subbed as tier 1 and says, end of line.
I don't know, maybe this is, whatever, fine. If it's new, it's new. I'm referencing it to the CM153 cloning because 6 also added the reverse engineering thing inclusion. A54-4JH, thank you for the tier 1 sub there, and for 28 months there. I had to really think about that. 28 months, thank you. Oh, man. But yeah, so we have the parts picked and all that stuff. Now, again, why stick with KiCad 6.0? One of those not broken. What are you talking about? 6.0 is the new one, isn't it? 2021. When you just apt install KiCad, this is the one that gets, what? 8? All right, well, fine. Because it's installed. There you go. Dude, so annoying. Yeah, I know how it works. I just didn't realize that it happened to KiCad. Okay, okay. Wait a minute. Now I have to know. Phillips CM153. I have a feeling. Okay, so I made this 2 years ago. Oh, it was KiCad 7 that added the image feature. Oh. Well, I still don't have this. Okay, fine. All right. The background on the username is, it's like as least interesting as possible. It was picked to be random letters, so I could always know my username would not be taken. That's it. Okay. Let's go over this, all right? So why are we looking at this? If this is done, can you even do apt install KiCad or Raspberry Pi? I don't know. That sounds like misery. I have a rule where I will not order Gerbers as a board on the same day I get a layout done, because I will always look over the board 1 day later after I've had a chance to sleep on the design so that I can come back and look at it and think if there's anything I want to change, okay? So today is final check day, all right? And I want all your input on what we have added here, okay? So we're going to go over this. It's a good rule. I really, really like this rule. I think it's one of the best decisions I've ever made when it comes to doing this kind of thing. Will bend names be on the final design? Yes, but no, but yes. No ground plane. It's on the bottom. Boom, ground plane. So this is the board that was intended to be the breakout board that does nothing except allow me to sniff the signals on a floppy ribbon cable with my HP logic analyzer, okay? That was all this was supposed to be, okay? And then I thought I would chuck on the Arduino so that I could jumper wire over some stuff to try messing with the drive in real time, okay? And then I realized, well, I could just, you know, rip off the floppy switchboard that I made and then just stick a couple of floppy headers on there and put some drivers on here to switch between the two with a single pin beta enable and alpha enable from the Arduino. And that's where we left off on stream. I made a symbol for the probe port and for the floppy things. So what has happened? Since then, I broke out the RS-232 lines on the microcontroller, and I put on a MAX 232 that connects to a COM header here, which will allow us to mount this internal to a computer to have the ability to switch drives fully internally. So you could install this in a computer, theoretically, connect over the COM port internally to the motherboard, and then send it commands, which no software exists because it's not been around. So I added all of that, and then a couple of other things. There's an I2C header here now, and a rotary controller, or rotary knob that has both a footprint and a header. Those were added up front so that we can stick on one of those little OLED displays for testing. The pin arrangement there is such that if I put a female header on that board, I can just plug that in and I'm good. The rotary knob is an EC11 switch push button kind. So the AT COM wire is wired for the not straight wire version. It's wired for AT Everett. So that's what it's wired for. Whichever one it is, I don't know. I just decided on the standard after finding someone complaining about Intel DDK wiring, because apparently they have names. I didn't know that until after I started this project, but the stupid pinouts for different COM port headers have names. No IDC DE9 cables? Is that what that means? Oh, fine, we'll look at it. It's really literally changing too. This is like the easiest thing to change pinout on here. Why not FTDI? Oh, there's going to be an Arduino on it. You can just do that. But this is for like AT systems that don't have USB. That's the point. The pinouts are DTE, DCE. No, that's not the difference. The difference between AT Everett and Intel DDK is AT Everett is pin 1 on the ribbon cable is pin 1 on DE9. Pin 2 is pin 2 on DE9. Pin 3 is pin 3 on it. The reason is that on a D-sub connector, the ordering of the pin numbers is counterclockwise as opposed to odd even like it is on IDC headers. So we don't have, it doesn't line up pin number wise if you do it that way. So yeah, that's the difference. It's very annoying. With the rotary control is going to be UI that's Gotek-like. So I've never done the Gotek one, so I'm not exactly sure how that works, but probably it's going to have left, right, and push, which also means that we can do hold and double click. So there will be options, but we haven't. I should state what this board is too. This is the floppy poser, okay? This is not the floppy interposer. It wishes it was the floppy interposer, which is why it is the floppy poser board, okay? This one does not have hex IDE encode or ID encoding, okay? So this is just straight up. It literally disconnects and connects the 4 drive select ID wires and the motor control. They're driven by the LS7409 chips here to control whether or not they're even passed through. And then they just enable or disable the different headers. So this one is dumb, but it would allow you to connect 4 drives to a computer. Oh yeah, the other thing is if you did mount this in, say, an AT to use with the COM port here, this is a Burge floppy power connector input, because if you're doing that, you wouldn't have the HP probe pod thing soldered on, so you could just directly plug it in. It's inset, so it's kind of weird, but yeah. All right. Yes, on the DCE, DTE thing here. I'm going to do manual pick and place, entering ref deses in your Gerber view to place your components. Oh, all right. Yeah, no problem. So one of the things that I wanted to add here was the ability to swap the RX and TX lines, because the header on the COM port cable thing is meant to be the computer side, and then you'd use a null modem cable to connect it to your target device or whatever. And I wanted the ability to swap those to null modem it internally to use a straight across IDC 10 position ribbon cable to connect this thing to a COM header in the computer. So this is a switch block that will use a 2 row, like double wide jumper, and you'll be able to just take it off and rotate it and plug it back in. And that will change it between DCE and DTE. And I made Ben decide which orientation was which on this, because Ben likes to complain about when I just call something null modem or not. So that's it. That's how we're going with that. But yes, there'll be just a jumper block that you rotate to swap RX and TX on that to just internally mount it. So, what else? I have intentionally, but I'm like kind of thinking about maybe doing this. No, mostly just like to complain. Okay, sure. I have not attached the step and direction lines to the Arduino. I am open to doing that. But I'm also thinking maybe that's just not part of this project yet. We could also just jumper them over, because every single signal has touch points. So do it. I mean, we could. It's a pain in the butt. It might be possible. Maybe that's not as bad as I thought. Hold on. I would unfortunately want to connect them. Where would I want to connect them? So clean drives just the Arduino. Yes, I mean, this is not the floppy interposer. I need to state that clearly. This is just a test bed for a couple of different options. Like, I like the idea of the RS-232 Max 32 thing. I want to know if that'll work with the Arduino. I want to just test setting up a rotary encoder UI with a display, so I want that. This isn't meant to have all of the features of the floppy interposer, so I kind of left that out. Because, oh my gosh, did the routing become a nightmare because some idiot put the whatever comparator things in the middle between the floppy headers. I should not have done that, but I didn't want them up here, and I really should have left them up there. That was awful. Do a Compy Pro 720 needs disk skip step. So yeah, this will never touch 8-inch as far as that's concerned. Also, this is a thing I realized. We're gonna have to make 2 versions of this thing, of the final one, but mostly for the case, because Majenko was talking with me in the Discord server earlier today, and he expressed interest in doing a front end for web GUI for this. And if he's going to go to that trouble, then I want it to be usable by more people. So we need a non 8-inch disc version, unfortunately. So rip up all the traces and move the chips and route around again. Yeah. Yeah. I spent a lot of time on the routing on this. No, thank you. Or doesn't look bad. That's because I spent a lot of time on it. It went through different stages of looking horrendous. Getting it to the point where it looks decent with the crimes I committed here was a challenge. Like, this makes my skin crawl, but there's no way I couldn't do it. It's so bad. I don't like it. And okay, I saw you're saying it's a 5 1/4 inch. Needs to skip step. Skip step is required for reading 5 1/4 720K discs. So I'm not 100% sure what that format is. I've never heard of that. 720K. Yeah. Oh, 2-layer. Yes. Definitely only 2-layer. Yeah. Skip step. 90% of routing is part placement. It is. Yeah. No, actually, I spent so long placing parts. I did route this to get the charge caps for the Max 32 in like a block, and then I was moving this around. But other than that, nothing was routed until the very end. 2-layer to be harder than 4-layer? Oh, absolutely. Have it on your other CompuPro MP10. So here's the problem with trying to do the Arduino step control, all right? And why I didn't want to add it to this. Because we'd talked about this before, and, oh, sorry. I can, here, okay, here's why I don't want to mess with this, okay? I can just connect an unused GPIO pin to the step line on here, okay? That would allow the Arduino to read when steps happen and send its own, okay? So we could step the drive manually with the Arduino, okay? That would be useful for cleaning routines. So we could move the head forwards and backwards to scrub in both axes. What Shade Tree is mentioning, which is a valid feature and is actually something that I think I was already wanting to support. How deep are we into feature creep? It has a Max RS-232 rotary knob and display port on it. I want to be able to double step at the hardware level on disk drives. But in order to do that on here, we need to block the original seek or the original step signal and then only output it when we want to. So the problem with that is, the way that we're doing it right now, I would essentially need another one of these that I can control with the Arduino. When it is in native mode, this would have output enable, and then it would pass through step and dir. But when it is disabled and we are Arduino controlled, we need one input going to the Arduino for reading when a step happens, and then one output for when we want to emit a step. I do want to double step Hellencroft on the floppy interposer. I don't think I want to add that here because that's going to way complicate this. And that's why I wasn't really messing with it. We could just slap step and dir on there for cleaning, but that would be it. It can't do double step in hardware. Hardware double step will 100% be a floppy interposer feature, but I don't think it's going to be a floppy poser feature. If you want to do double step, oh, wait, yeah. Ooh, you might be right. Well, I mean, you mean you're right. So the Arduino the Arduino would wait in input pull-up mode. And then when the signal goes low, hold on, wait. The signal goes low because the controller is stepping, and then it goes high again, and then the Arduino would go into, well, actually, it would stay in output high mode, maybe. I don't know. I know what you mean. The Arduino could watch for the step to change and then control the step one more time after. You are correct. It could do that. So skip step, we can't do. But double step, we could. Are all drives fast enough to have a step inserted between two seeks? The way that it should work is that the floppy controller should look for the correct sector header, and then find it after we double step, is what it should be. So, yeah. Drives are too dumb to carry. Yeah, it's more about the controllers. So, skips are only needed if you're using original CompuCore quad density drive. So that's exactly the kind of weird use case that I want to be able to support. 100%. So I want that in the final version. This was not supposed to be related to the floppy interposer, but now it's the floppy poser, because it's a shallow clone of what the final product will be. So skip step and double step will both be features of floppy interposer, but not this. I don't think I want to try and include that, because again, we're going to need another 7409, and I don't want to try and route that in right now because I value my sanity. That sounds like a nightmare. I mean, there's this obviously nice empty field over here where it could go, but no. So, okay, we'll add step and dir. Do I add it before or after the trace cut? I think I add it before. You want it to be after. So after would suck to route. That's why I don't want to. Oh, wait, no, I have nothing on the underside over here. Oh, okay, no, it's easy. No, we can do that. That's fine. Okay, so step and dir are right here. So just, oh, wait, hold on. No. Be good. The Arduino messes it up. You can bypass it. Oh, we just trace cut the Arduino lines, not the pad. I'm not saying add trace cuts for this. I mean, we could. But no, I meant, so the purpose of these was if I wanted to change how the logic worked. So maybe I wanted to bypass these up here. I could trace cut the solder pads and then route it around somewhere else. Like maybe I wanted all of these to only go directly to the Arduino instead. That's what that kind of thing is. Is that a jumper pad inline? There's space to. I mean, there is. Yes, it would be specifically one of these, but I didn't intend it to be a trace cut for that. I mean, it could be. Okay. All right. Fine. We'll do this. There's no more room over here. So it's going to be on the address lines. We are about to have fully maximized all of the GPIO on this thing. I was looking up the 74165? Is that the shift register input? I was really close to putting one of these on there. But then I realized I could just not, and my life would be a lot better. So I didn't. None of this is your fault. I mean, I was the one who brought this up. I wanted this, but But yeah, the floppy interposer will probably have two 165s and two 595s for driving everything. Because we're not going to have enough IO on this. And I think 16 would cover enough. So, still blame Ben. All right. Oh, for my schematic thing to work out anyway, this kind of had to be that. All right. Import, annotate, whatever, update. Sure. All right. Let's do this. Oh, I could put these on the bottom. I hit rotate because I'm an idiot. Now where are they? Move. Oh no, I moved a trace. Oh no! It just got... Why is it dark? What did I do? How do I not make it dark? What? Why? Use Arduino Mega, yeah. Why? What did I do? No, it's not the wrong layer. It's selected this trace for some reason, and I don't know why. You know what? I got an idea. Close. Bam! Problem solved. Okay. Now we're going to go down. We're going to re-import. Boom. Close. Okay. So we are on bottom layer. Bam. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to put this right there, and then we're going to put this one. I hit E instead of R. We're going to put this one right here. Why do these not line up? I'm going to put this one right there and this one right there. Okay. It didn't leave the ref deses on the... No, it didn't. It moved them. Okay. You know what? We're going to hide the reference
Willie subbed as tier 1 and says if anyone has to explain the disk change pin, it changes when the disk is ejected. End of line.
Willie Fleet, thank you for the tier 1 sub there and for 20... Why am I putting up 2? It's 22 months there. Thank you so much. You know what? That's a good reminder. We actually have to connect the disk change pin. I forgot about that. Drat. We actually have to. It is not optional. So we're going to add one more of these, I guess. Don't show. Boom. Don't show. Okay, back to the schematic. Yay, schematic. Woo. So, we must have disk change because if we toggle the two outputs and don't fire disk change, a DOS computer would not know to refresh the table of contents on the drives. So we must pulse it for that to function. Why do these have solder jumpers, but none of the other ones do? Because these are secondary functions. I mean, disk change kind of isn't, but the other dir and step are. All right, we'll go with that. Whatever, I don't care. All right. DOS PCs don't check for disk change. Are you sure? Because I have the floppy switchboard installed in the test bench PC. And if I toggle between the drives and do a dir, it will use the old disk table of contents. But if I toggle, If I'm going from the physical drive to the GoTech, and then it doesn't work, I can toggle back to the physical drive, eject the disk, then toggle over to the GoTech, and then it knows to refresh the table of contents. I would say I could demonstrate it, but it would be work, and I don't really want to. Maybe some other time. Okay. So this needs to go to disk change, and all the other ones need to go wherever. Okay, this is fun. At least we got a lot of space to route blue lines along the thing here. Yeah, this isn't going to be that bad, I suppose. Trying to think about how I want to do it. So let's say this one sneaks through here. This one goes, don't get weird KiCad through here. This one, not that side. I mean, in a moment, that side goes through here, and then no. Why'd you change sides? This one goes there. This one goes there. This one goes there. Okay. So this connects. Go through as many pads as possible. Okay. Snake through, slalom, and oh, we almost got it to wrap around too. No. That's right. There's a ground line. That's impenetrable. Uh-oh. Well, now it's got complicated. Wait a minute. Can ground is connected on the other. Hold on. We're gonna cheat. I'm just gonna connect ground. Oh, those weren't connected. To ground. Okay. And now we technically don't need this trace to exist anymore. So we can go that way. So if I whoop and then go here, I want to kind of leave this one here because I would like to see how these are going to work out. See, can we wrap it around every pin before it goes to the destination? We can, yes. Should we? No. So, step, those are backwards. Okay, so we're gonna swap those two here. One moment. This is the benefit of having no software, is that we can make changes like that. Update, all right? And then now these connect in the most sensible order. Just connect to that. Why will you not connect to that? Just go. Do the thing. Why? There we go. Sure, whatever. So yeah, that's very nice. Ooh, wait, does this one work too? Oh, we didn't have to cross over at all. Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah, okay. Put another ground plane on top and sprinkle some extra PCBs and ground vias. I mean, we can. It's floppy drive speed. It's not going to be that bad. They're going to hate being crammed over to the side here way more than any ground integrity. But we can do some via stitching, especially underneath of the mount rail points. On that, I'm considering a minor change to this. And by considering, I mean I'm probably going to do it. So this is a mounting hole for putting this into a 3.5-inch hard drive bay. And then the connectors poke out the back. There'll be a USB cable port on the Arduino or whatever. The floppy cables are going to have to like plug in and then do a fold over origami nonsense. Anyway, I'm a little nervous about the bottom of the board, like touching another hard drive or something. So what I'm considering is shaving down a little bit more of this side and then having a second part be a spacer that goes on the bottom. And then you sandwich the PCB between the spacer and the side mounts. So that's what I'm thinking about. 3.5-inch drives have 3 holes on the side. Some cases need middle hole. So what I referenced was this Western Digital document that contains the official specs here. Great document. I figured you'd like this one. What are you planning on doing about the rotary encoder being mounted like that? It won't. So while Western Digital figures out how to run a web server, that's right, I got to cut you both ways there. So the rotary encoder is wired to this as well. So for testing, the rotary encoder will just be straight onto there. But for like a actual installation, it'll be panel mounted, and then the wires will just go to a header. So yeah, not a problem. Same thing with this. During testing, this is just going to be female headers. I'm just going to plug the OLED board straight onto that, and then for real setup, there'll be a panel mount thingamajig. What are you talking about my internet being bad? Oh, wait, my internet did die. Are you serious? It did die. Oh my gosh. I need fiber. Yep. Down. Anyway, the Western Digital document doesn't, I don't think it shows the middle ones. But good news, that's in the 3D printed model, so we can change that whenever we want. So it's not a problem. Double up that header, put some routed slots around the encoder and one of the headers, and you got a snap out rotary encoder. I guess, yeah, we could do that. Might make the board a little more expensive to order, and then it'll have an ugly hole in it. But yeah, that's the kind of thing we could add. This is pretty barbaric over here. I'm going to have to relocate the... Hey, wait a minute. Didn't we have... There's supposed to be a Tectanus logo there. Oh, I know what happened. It's, hold on. Not this. I need to add a part, graphic. You know, sure, whatever. Doesn't matter. Sure. Edit. Footprint. Logo. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, now we can update. Boom. Don't care. Update. Whatever. Close. And where'd it put it? What? Okay. Why didn't it add it? Footprint. This. Oh, show. Got it. Update. Close. And it's still not there. Dude, what? Why? So what happened was when I initially added the logo, because you can just add a footprint directly here and it'll just do it. All right, so we can just do that, bam, done. But when we update it from the schematic, it'll be removed because it's not there and gone. I'll just have to make a symbol for it later. Fine, whatever. Where the PCB has been low. It's right there. That's it. I guess we can do the snap off rotary encoder. Okay, was there anything else we were gonna add in addition to that? I mean, there's this, which I gotta make this look good, by the way. Hold on. My soul will not allow it to be terrible. Hold on, tracks. Internet back, is it? No. At least Twitch chat has not updated. And by Twitch chat, I mean I have the actual Twitch dashboard open in the back and it still says connecting to chat. There we go. Yes, I did learn how to use the selection filter. Also, I know why it went away. So here, I'm going to select this to resize this, and I'm going to push up. It goes away. If I go down, it comes back. I don't understand. Up, gone. Down, back. So when I tried to use that thing the other day, and it just disappeared, that's why. GuiCAD's great though. Best software. All right, we're gonna copy, paste. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just drag. There we go. Drag. Okay. Boom. Good enough. Okay. Save. And then update. Annotate, update, close. Okay, so now I accidentally scrolled on the desktop. Okay, now we got this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. And then I'm gonna just do this. No. Do this. And you know what, that's right, I can't select that because someone did that. Move this out of the way. By the way, was, it's this 3-year-old new features, but is it new in KiCad 6 that you can put your edge cuts in a footprint? Because I swear I tried to do this in a different one and it didn't work. And this time, when I did the 3.5-inch drive mount, the edge cuts are the footprint and it worked fine. So is that new in KiCad 6? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna grab these, move. Thanks for listening, software. You know what, I'll put it down here. I feel like this is more fun. I'm putting the version or revision number in copper with a mask relief here. I feel like that's just the more fun way to do that. So that's how I'm doing it. But anyway, Ben wanted to make this snap out. So let's see. I can't drag this and have the traces move. Okay, so let's put this way back here. I should take a sip of coffee. Okay. Proper version number needs to be cadmium plated. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a cadmium plated board thing. I'm gonna clear out the tracks a little bit here. We'll reroute those in a moment. Why were there overlapping ones there? Oh, there's some real gross stuff going on there. I'm kind of glad I deleted all that. Not that it matters that much. This is just to give me the warm fuzzies that there are traces underneath of the ground pour. It actually doesn't matter. Wait, can I just go? Yeah, let's just do that. Just a general rule of thumb, I like to have traces underneath the ground pour. Do the same layer indicators, same width layer indicator numbers, like the version number. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, and then you stagger them so you can shine a light through or something. It's like the way KiCad handles dragging things with traces attached. Yes, when I say I've used dip trace a lot, that's one of the things that dip trace was really good about. Just gonna throw that out there. I can select all of that and move. If I had the option to select everything enabled, I can select all of that and then move it as a block up to the edge. All right. And then I can add some routes around this. Maybe I'll bring this a little farther back. Swap pins the rotary push function so the lines of the PCB don't cross. So but then that's the center tap. I really can't. I mean, I can put ground there, I guess. It's kind of intentional. And 2 pins on top. Oh, that I could. But they're on different sides. You can't even see. What does it matter? I refuse. No, that's wasting time. I don't need to waste that time. Okay. Why am I routing these on the bottom? I don't need to. Actually, I kind of want to now. Now that I said that out loud, I want to. Hold on. I want to route these on the bottom and as weird as possible. Then you can avoid that hanging track across the hole. What are you talking about? This? What? That? Wait, is that... What do you mean hole? That's not a hole. There you go, dog face. Okay, so... All right, so I need to figure out... Actually, I may have to get rid of this. I need to figure out... Wait, no, we can just move it. Hold on. This can go here. All right. Can we add Ben name and trace? Ben's name's already here in Silkscreen. He doesn't get Silkscreen and traces. No. Okay. I need to figure out how to add routes. Like NC drill routes. It's inside the Helen Croft. He didn't know. I mean, isn't it like the super secret S if it's not even going to be there? Actually, are you sure it won't be there? Because it's not connected to the ground net. So I think if we re-pour. However you do that in this, because it's all fill. I think it won't. Yeah, it's not going to touch it because it's not the ground net. Except for the ground trace that's apparently cutting through it? What? Okay, it looks pretty awesome with the, Oh, there is a ground trace going through. Hold on, we gotta fix that. Hold on. Get out of here, stupid ground trace. There we go. Looks pretty awesome with the pour around it. Anyway. What does that symbol mean? It's a summer sloop from Satisfactory. Okay. But it's mirrored on the back? Wait, you can't. I can just rotate it. There you go. Fixed. Problem solved. Okay. How do I add routes? What is it? I can't mirror traces. There is no function to mirror traces. And I'm not redrawing it. You cannot. You can rotate, and you can change sides, but that doesn't flip it. I know S's don't work like that. That was the joke. Just draw in the edge cuts layer. Okay. Edge cuts. Oh, okay, that works. All right. Making this a bigger deal than I thought it was going to be. Nope, nope. Deselect. There needs to be a deselect button. Oh my gosh, KiCad, I don't care. No, it did this permanent select again. Hold on. Get out of here. PCB editor. Oh my gosh. Software's driving me crazy. Delete, 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 delete. Now. There. Okay, so I should put another one. That's not edge cuts. Another one here. Will this do what I want, or I don't think this should do what I want. I think it should complain about this. And now it's extra unhappy. Okay. Undo. Alt 3. There we go. All right. They're not going to like that these aren't rounded, but I don't think there is a way I can round them. Make you reconsider. Not being able to mirror traces in the PCB editor is a non-issue. There is no point at which you ever need to actually do that. The closest I ever came to that was when I was running these traces along the back here. And then I just realized if I changed the order of the pins to be mirrored instead in the schematic, then it was not a problem. Need to make it round with polygons yourself? Yeah, that sounds like a pain in the butt. Spread the traces apart, add unconnected vias, tear holes on a string. Oh no, I've tried the unconnected vias. It's awful. It's really bad. No, you need actual material missing. It's gonna, you know what? I may even join these. Yeah, actually, you know. Hold on, I got an idea. What if? Okay, when did it get so smart that it's doing like this thing where it knows that I'm trying to move it on axes? Ooh, that's not going to work. These need to move over one more. And now it's messed up. That'll work. And then I think that was correct for that. Okay. Lazy and draw rectangles use a fillet function. How do you do that? Rectangle. There's no fillet. I think this is going to have to be moved up. Right click a corner. Wait, there's an array feature? Didn't know that. Stream frozen? I don't think so. Shut up with your fancy, not 3 years old, apparently KiCad versions. I could. Let's just finish what we got now, though. That way this actually works. What? What? That made me sound like I was coming out of a Tex Avery cartoon there. Why is it not on center correctly now? What did I just do? My fault. That's not edge cuts. 18-year-old version of KiCad has its advantages. This is actually a good idea, unfortunately. That's wrong. Why? Hold on. Delete. Why is this in such a weird spot? Okay, let's find out. Does that work? Oh, good. I was scared. I was very scared. The crooked to mess with chat. All right, that looks good. I agree with Hellencroft, though. It does need to have the 2x arc on the outside. So, we'll do this, and then... boom. Ooh, see, that looks real good now. There we go. Yeah, see, that just looks really good. Make the straight lines the same length. You mean these? So probably not. I'm gonna add another hole here, but I don't think I can do that there. I'm trying to get it as close as I possibly can because cutting these sucks. So, matter of fact, we're gonna sprinkle some vias in here. Just oh, that's gonna be hard. Great. Just whoops, give me some more tearaway points. Mount the rotary encoder elsewhere. So what we're trying to do is make this break off. This was an idea that Ben had. The idea was that you wouldn't install it on there initially, and then you just hand wire it over to a one row connector. And then you could break this off and then wire it onto this one where this will be directly connected. So you'd have a just straight wire setup. So yeah, it is better. Especially since this is not meant to be hand soldered, it is meant to be PCB mounted. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Do this, I'm going to via, and then that. I'm going to do this, I'm going to via, and I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to via, and I love how they're alternating. And then I'm going to do that. That looks so weird. It's perfect. Okay. Philip, we already have that right here. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to move this silk screen up to here, and then I'll just put the Tech Tangents logo like right there or something. I don't know. Because I want a circle in edge cuts right here. And if I could fit one here, I would put one, but I can't. And I can't modify this because it's part of the footprint. So, see, I don't need two lines of silk screen layering. No, but I could order rear silk just for a second one. I should probably move this in. I bet they won't like that being so close. You know, I should just move this over. Like that. Because there's literally no reason for it to be farther away. Okay. So you snip there, you snip there, you hope you don't crack any of that, which you can just move this one farther. How about that? What did I delete? Okay. There we go. Is that going to be good? I think I can just, extra. Okay. So we do that. Come out exactly as you imagined it? Well, I'm glad. Yeah, that'll work. So this one will be female, this one will be female, that one will be male, but it'll mount on the other side because it'll be snapped off when it's actually being used. That'll work. As long as I don't complain about the routing leaving such narrow space there. If you lock the vias, you can route on the same side. I could, but I thought it was more fun to just have it be awful instead. Is all that symmetrical to the back of the card edge? What are you talking about? No. Is that simply a rotary switch? It's a rotary encoder with a push button. Might have put one little bridge on the inside cut out for something. For that size is probably fine. Oh, you mean like right here? No, no, let's just leave it. It'll be fine. It's fiberglass. It's strong, and it's not like it actually matters. So, well, pushing the button doesn't snap it off. If it does, I mean, if it's attached like this, it's going to be sitting on a table, so it'll have support underneath. It won't matter. If it's in a computer, this will be snapped off and effectively rotated 90 degrees and then wired to this. So it won't matter. Okay. I think that's it. Oh yeah, now there's solder jumpers over here too for the extra things that we added today. Okay. By the way, for those of you saying this is why you don't do PCB design on stream, this is exactly why I did PCB design on stream, because these are extra features that I was not going to have because this was done. So, but you wanted the 3D print to be in two parts, top and bottom, to clear the pins. Now I'm confused. Why are you mentioning that? Not a blinking lights. There's literally no LEDs on here at all because it also just doesn't do anything. If it involved part selection, yeah, part selection's a nightmare. We've already done part selection. I have done that on stream, but it's, yeah, so. It's got a screen. It does have a screen, yes. LEDs would be nice. Like I could see having an LED to highlight which one you have selected, but no. You want to install rails on the bottom of the PCB? Yes. I don't understand why. We don't have to do that right now because that's 3D printed only. We don't have to do that right now. So we can fix that later. Also, I'm going to optimize this design a little bit. We're going to maybe add the middle holes that exist in the... Ooh, hold on. I have internet again. Okay. Original hard drive standard, no middle holes. There we go. If you want to send that link to the other one again, Hellencroft, that documented the middle holes, I can look at that. But this is original, some or another SFF 8300 spec. Yeah, let me look at that. So 3.5-inch floppy drive. So is it from that instead of the hard drive? So, okay, so 60 millimeter spacing from the one to the front. These are, oh, that's interesting too. These are measured to the front, whereas the hard drive spec is measured to the back. Yeah, crash systems, that's where an embedded systems engineer, which is what I have done in the past as work, is that's where they shine because I do all of it. So I will be doing the software for this, and I'm very comfortable with the software. I do the hardware. I'm very comfortable with that. That's why, or where that kind of job description comes in handy. You're not the best at anything, but you can handle all of it. So you can be one-stop shop for this kind of thing. More useful for in-house product development that is not necessarily a final revision. So, Trace, that's a cool ass dog face made me. Anyway, so it would be 60 millimeters inset from that, which is weird. Okay, I'm gonna note this in this file. Alt mount. Save that. I think Floppy and HDD use different hole spec. In some cases, only have holes for one of the two, not always both standards. Delightful. What's the spacing between the wide ones? So that's 90. And here, 28.5, 101 minus. I mean, I would figure that out, but I'm banned from using that. It looks like 70. Floppy drives and hard drives have no... Yeah, let's just grab two. I'm going to specifically grab an old hard drive. I think I have the stuck Connor drive over here. Oh, yeah, you know what? I really need to order parts for fixing that Sony D2 Walkman I got over here, because apparently they're selling for like $500 now. And I need to make sure I get parts before the parts cost $100. Okay. So, I got old hard drive. Ugh. And I got, relatively modern floppy drive. And the holes do not align the same. The two front holes do, but the two back ones do not. The bottom ones are completely different. Also interesting. So if you read through that Western Digital spec document here, it remarks that these ones at the bottom are optional. This one is missing them. So it only has the upper two. So I'm going to guess that second one, that second mount hole was added with floppy drives for some reason.
That Engineering gave a tier 1 gift sub to Sleepy Developer.
End of line.
Should that Engineering gave a tier 1 gift sub to Jinquax.
End of line.
Should that Engineering gave a tier 1 gift sub to Smilinkbig.
End of line.
Should that Engineering gave a tier 1 gift sub to MATTWJ2005.
End of line.
Should that Engineering gave a tier 1 gift sub to Eveline.
End of line. Shade Tree, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs there. I really appreciate that. New helium-filled HDDs are missing the bottom center holes to make room for more platters. That's horrifying that they needed that much more space. Wow. Okay. All right, so we'll update the 3D printed part later then. For now, the holes on the board don't matter that much because they just have to mount to the plastic rails. So we can leave the footprint for this to be the same. Good to know that I made it hard drive and not floppy, though. None of them line up. So I should probably later... So here's the concept. I think I can make the floppy interposer fit in the 3.5-inch form factor like this when it's all said and done. We will use SMD 74 series logic chips instead of dips like this. I just went with dips because it seemed fun. Excuse me. So we'll actually use SMD stuff, smaller. We might even put some on the bottom. We'll see. But I want to mount it or put it in the 3.5-inch form factor. But this is telling me that I should do this in the floppy form factor instead of the hard drive because, it's all floppy hardware. So, kind of makes sense. Heading to the reflow oven, catch the rest of this layout after the video post. All right. And have a good weekend too, Shade Tree. So I'll have to update this to a 3.5-inch floppy one. I could literally do that without impacting anything because everything is out of the keep out area except for this one trace. So what is it? B refill zones? Yeah, okay. All right, so that's why there's stupid figure 8 hole in the corner of AT motherboards. Figure 8 hole. The corner of, oh yeah, for different, yeah. Mount standards. Yeah, it's very dumb. Okay, so I think that covers... Why? Oh, because it touched a ground trace at one point. It counted. This is now poisoned with the ground net. Oh my gosh. Select. I can't do all tracks in net because I would delete every ground trace. Select. Expand. There we go. Delete. No, that's wrong. What? Oh, because I went down too much. This thing is really annoying to maintain, man. There. I could copy the top part and rotate. Can it be made to be a part? Yes, it could be a footprint. Oh my gosh, it looks so good on there. That's stupid how good that looks. Okay. So this is a spar that connects the two sides of this so that they align more easily. Get the credit and the blame, right? Yes. uh, um, so ended up using 3.5, 2.5 inch drive adapter mounting bracket. PCB uses 4 standoffs, 2.5 inch drive holes for mounting, kind of like your design approach though. That, I like yours too. That sounds really nice as well. I can see doing both. Zoom and hold, so compressing. Oh, I guess I can do that, yeah. Especially since it's like all the exact same color. I'm just trying to get it at a good angle where the light works. Ooh, wait. Preferences, ray traced. It's even more difficult to see now. All right. I'm gonna just back off here. It turned out way better than it has any right to. And not ray traced, just so it's actually visible. Okay. Is there anything else? Because I feel like this is probably it. If you use standoff screws, it would stand up on those. Maybe save spring and base for it. The point of the base is to add more structure underneath so that it's not possible to short against all of the pins that are going to be sticking down. Like, I am expecting something roughly like this, where the pins poke down through the bottom. And I want to print a spacer so that these are raised above. Like, I don't want it to be able to short on the top of this floppy drive. That's kind of idea, if you install it in a real case. I'm overthinking it because no one's going to make one of these, but I'm just trying to think of this correctly, the way that it should be designed. It's going to be a little tough because the cables are going to be real tight in there. Yeah. When pushing connectors in with flex. Or will flex. I mean, it would, but yeah. The logo is missing because I'm going to have to add it as a part in the schematic. I'm going to have to make a symbol for the schematic. I'll do that later. I'm not going to order these in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to go home. I'm actually probably going to do the thing again where I think about it for one more day.
Pt5 says over engineering is best engineering. CHEER 100. End of line.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Ben, and the sage advice. I do agree with that. Yes, it should be slightly over-engineered. Which is partly why we have 2 free spaces on this one for both channels, I think. Maybe just one. Yeah, actually, it's just 1 free channel on this chip here that we could buffer more stuff to. So, yeah. Okay. I think that might be it. I wish I'd found a better model for the Arduino. This one's awful. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't work right in ray tracing for some reason. So, just doing the aftermath, what can be omitted game. Yeah, that is better. You know what? there is something I want to look up. Hold on. So I haven't looked into this yet. 30-second heat set insert. I don't know what the diameter is on these. Oh, I just get them off DigiKey? Sweet. I was kind of hoping I could. They're expensive on DigiKey. We're going to order these on Amazon or eBay or something. But I'll steal their data sheet. Ultrasonic? That's interesting. Okay. So, hole size. Oh, that's right. You got to taper it. 0.2. I mean, it should be inches because this is a metric. I mean, an imperial thing. Yeah, hole depth inch. Okay. So, all right. This will tell me what size the holes need to be. There. Fix Arduino model, redesign it in KiCad so you can export a separate 3D model so you can import it. Yeah, I could. I hadn't thought about that. You can export this as a model, can't you? Copy 3D image? Didn't know that was an option. 3D grid. Wish I could disable the background. It'd be nice to be able to do a PNG and then not get the gradient. Is there a way of exporting the model? Reload board, re-render. Oh, there's a re-render ray trace button right here. I don't think I've ever clicked this. Does this do that? And then if you move it, no, that redoes. That just enables ray tracing. Okay. Need FreeCAD KiCad plugin. Oh, okay. I think we did that for. I don't remember what was it. The CM153? I feel like not. So, if this works as planned, Dogface will hate on it. Oh gosh. All right, I think that's gonna be it. Everything looks good. Oh, this was a late addition here, the HP probe part. So, 40 years, someone computer. This is fitted in a Goodwill, removes his board. Brass screw inserts, very nice. Oh gosh. Put your Twitch and other links on it? I guess. I just like it's. Again, this I don't see as like a good board. This was just meant to be a test board and then it just garbage onto it. So, is the red connector pluggable? So, yes. The red connector is for use when this connector is omitted. So, if you're worried about these colliding, then yes. Someone on Mastodon pointed out that a screw going into this could go against that pin. That would be an issue only if you use some kind of magic super duper long 6/32 screw and we're powering it off of an Arduino. And you should not be powering it off of an Arduino or you would not have this installed if you're powering it off of an Arduino. And if you're powering it off of this, then there'll be a plastic shell around it. So I see that as a non-problem. So for when this needs a recap, there are only ceramics on here. By the way, I didn't know you could get ceramics in one UF. Those are insane. Seen people destroy drives with way too long screws. All right, I think we're gonna call that there. By the way, this is a Burge floppy power connector. There's no model of the correct one, so that's an incorrect one. But it was pretty close. I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, anyway, this can be omitted, so that's not an issue. And I think all of the other ones, except for this one that goes into the Arduino, but it would probably hit the PCB or something. It's not an issue. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna close all of this, save, and then close this. Go here, git commit -am. Review changes, git. What do you mean not a git repository? Okay, what was deleted? Oh, the stupid backups. I forgot to hide those. Git push. Okay, that way I can work on it at home. Get ceramics in 100 UF? Yeah. Oh, that was what Ben was commenting about. Yeah. So corner drives never had enough space. Ooh, Connor drives. Oh, like this one. Yes, you are correct. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a long screw would 100% just start shredding the PCB. Yeah, it's terrible. Spend more time drawing new 3D models for parts that don't have them than designing the PCB itself. That's, wow. Oh man, yeah. Beta graph, yeah, you are here at the exact wrong time. We are ending stream now. Lower in value DC voltage applied. Ooh, interesting. I don't think it's gonna matter because it's just for like upping the voltage on the Max 232. Frankly, we don't even need the Max 232, so man. All right. So I think that's going to be it here. We got the board changes made. Push them to GitHub. You can find that on my GitHub account. You can do !GitHub in chat if you really want to be able to see that. So yes, that is available already. Not tested. There's no software. 3D models are not fully validated, and it looks like I'm probably going to want to update those. So yes, so for the SMD caps, you can use bigger case version. D-rating is less impacted. So those are 1206. They're already big. I thought I was going to put tantalums on there, and then I was like, for giggles, are there ceramics? And there were. So they're giant. We're using 0603 for the 100Ks for the probes stuff. So, by the way, I'm going to be ordering probe breakout boards too for the breadboards. That's part of this package. Okay. What was I going to talk about? There was a final note type thing, but I don't remember it. So, all right. We're going to call it there. Like I mentioned, untested, no software, all that fun jazz. Still have to decide on an LCD. And that's a whole complicated thing, because now that I'm making it 3.5, it's going to be a lot tighter. So I'm going to run the outro here. And I really badly got to blow my nose. Oh, that's way better. Okay. Just go OLED. No, because they're tiny. No. So what I want very specifically for the display. Oh my gosh. I want the classic, you know what, just close your eyes, okay? Close your eyes, vending machine display. That's what we're putting in there. All right, so, arm still hurt now from being distracted? Oh no, my arm hurts. No, it's bad. It's actually, I'm on the 3rd day here. It's feeling better. Helen Croft has it right. I want that controller. There are some compatible clones as well that are probably going to be what I end up using, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, but sticking it to 26.1 millimeters for the 3.5-inch drive vertical height, kind of difficult. There aren't any that have, yep, that's one of the compatible clones. That's one of the ones, or anyway, there's none of those that have like integrated I2C controller type doodad. So anyway, figure that out later. For right now, Desiac, that's your fault that you're chatting while you're writing up. I mean, you know what? No. We gotta end stream. So thank you all for being here. If you enjoyed this, you may want to follow and be notified when I go live again next. If you want to help support the channel, you can find me on Patreon or get a shirt like this one. But that's it for now, and I will see you all next time. All right, bye.